Hey, did you guys know that I love One Piece? I don't. Did you know that? I know it's shocking. It's shocking that I love One Piece. If you've been around this channel at all, shocking. But if you have like fallen behind or haven't seen all of my reviews, I got to chapter 1000. I get it. Life gets in the way, but like, yeah, hey, we're at chapter 1000. The last video that I put up on this channel. 1000 chapters. It's crazy. And since we got to that milestone, I wanted to think of like something to do, right? Like a video to do for that milestone. And really, I have never really talked about why it resonated with me. No, like, yeah, I know I did that video, but that was like more about like really the fans have embraced me and stuff. And you guys have been so helpful on like my journey through One Piece, but I want to do a video just kind of talking. So it's not like a super crazy video or anything. I really, when we get to current, I feel like I should do something. We're very close. We are like 60 chapters away. It's wild. No, this is just a video of me kind of talking about why One Piece resonated with me. And hopefully if you enjoy this video, we can talk down in the comments, because that's point number one, is you guys. Honestly, this is not even, and it's not even like, oh, well, of course, like, you know, they do the best on the channel. Listen, yeah, they do the best on the channel. I'll give you that. I'll give you fair. But I think the reason that they do so well is because you can actually tell that I'm having a good time. It's not really put on for the camera or anything like that. Like, I'm genuinely having a good time going through this series. And you guys, like, there is no feeling in the world when I put up a video and we talk in the comments, you guys leave your comments. I get it. I'm working on my pronunciation. Listen, I'm trying my best out here. I should really get like hooked on phonics or something. Is that still around? It's probably not still around, I'd imagine. But reading your guys' comments and talking about, like, some of you guys comment, oh, I remember when I was reading this week to week, or I remember when I read this part, I was feeling the same way. It's just, I have never felt so much like part of a community, like part of something, ever, really. And there's something so special about that. And I know I say it in all the videos. I get it. Listen, I get it. But truthfully, no, jokes aside and all that, I really, really thank you guys. From the bottom of my heart, I do. Because honestly, I can understand why people say One Piece is hard to get into. It's because it's so much. It's so much. You guys know, hey, it's over 1,000 chapters, which we have read now. Just saying, we you know, some of us have read over 1,000 chapters. It's pretty awesome. It's gonna go straight to my head. I am pretty much the One Piece aficionado. Don't know if you know that. I am far from it. But I can understand why people get kind of intimidated by that. And I think that if I didn't decide to kind of do the series, like reading through One Piece, I would have felt the same way. I would have felt 100% the same way of what helped me get through, and this is just personally for me, what helped me get through it is like, oh, I can't wait. Like, I'll read something really cool, and I'll be like, oh, I can't wait to do that in the video, because if I thought this was cool, like a few other people probably thought it was cool too. Like, it's that back and forth that is so special. And I feel like if I was reading just by myself, not doing it in front of a camera or anything, I don't know. I think I would have either blown through it and maybe not picked up. And that's kind of a PS to number one, which you guys, a PS is having you guys be like, hey, but did you notice this? Hey, did you notice this part? And you should go back and look at this part. Or, oh man, dude, watch the anime episode of this. Like, this music or this look of the anime. I mean, dude, we watched 1015, episode 1015. Amazing. But so if I wasn't doing that, I feel like I maybe would have blown through it and not picked up everything. Which, again, like, it is a series with so much rereadability. It's crazy. I read a lot of manga. I don't know if you know that. I own a lot, and I read a lot. I read every night. This series, there are sad moments. Let's not forget. There's something about it where it's an easy read. If you kind of understand what I mean by that, is like a lot of shonen, in my opinion, is like an easy read. Like, you can be in kind of any mood, happy, sad, mad, whatever, and you can read a shonen. Now, Goodnight Punpun, you got to be in a certain headspace to read Goodnight Punpun. Boy, if you are in the wrong headspace, oof, it's going to be rough for you. It's a great series, but it's going to be rough. And that's what I mean by need to read. I don't mean any offense by that, so hopefully you didn't take it that way. But and that's what adds to the rereadability of it, is because I can be in any mood, and if I read One Piece, I'm going to be honest with you, by the end of it, I'm going to be like in a better mood. It's got this way of putting me in a better mood, which leads me to number 2 on the list. It is a comfort read for me now. It is a series that when I read it or reread it, because I have reread a bunch of these volumes already off camera. Like, I haven't done videos about it or anything, but I just kind of like going through the beginning parts of One Piece. Get a bad rap. It's very good. Like, I really enjoyed the beginning parts of One Piece. But when I say a comfort read is when I'm laying in bed or about to go to sleep and I can't think of a manga to read because, like, this manga is, I'm just not feeling it. I don't really know what to read. You know how it is. Like, you're in that mood to read, but you're like, I don't really want to read that. That's too much. I can pick up One Piece, any volume at this point, and just kind of read to read. Hopefully that made sense. Read to read. I feel like that plays. Like, read to read. You get it. But it has just become that, when you were like homesick from school or something, maybe I had this, like it was a chicken biscuit. Anytime I was sick, hey, you give me a chicken biscuit, I felt a little better. It's that comfort food that we all have. Like if you're feeling sick, the comfort, you get it. It's the comfort. If I'm going on a long trip and I'm not really into a series at this point, or just kind of like, I just don't know if I'll have time to read, but I might have a few minutes here and there, I always bring a volume of One Piece with me. Because I know what I'm getting. And there's something to be said about that. Like, I know a lot of people not hate, but kind of look down, I guess, on shonen because of that. I'm not trying to read something to maybe, like, make me rethink my life choices. Like, I'm not in the mood for that, and it is comfort. It is the McDonald's. It is the McDonald's of manga. I feel like that's an insult. I don't actually even eat McDonald's, which is great. I haven't eaten McDonald's in a long time. This is a McDonald's video. Got him. Listen, a McChicken is pretty good every once in a while. Not gonna lie to you. A French fry, delicious. But no, I don't mean it as a disrespect. You kind of understand when I say the McDonald's of manga. I hope that you didn't take it the wrong way, because actually that goes into my number 4. It kind of goes against the McDonald's, because you know what you're getting with McDonald's. But what makes One Piece so special is it has some of my favorite moments in fiction ever, point blank, period. The TVs, movies, anime, manga, novels, anything. It has some of my favorite moments, and that is because it has some of my favorite characters. When you always heard it's about the journey. I'm not the biggest Lord of the Rings guy, but everyone that like tries to get me to like watch the movies or read the books or something, like, it's about the journey though. Like, you gotta understand Legolas. He's great. But that's what I got from One Piece. I've never had that before. I had it one other time with Stephen King's The Dark Towers. Roland and all them. I love The Dark Towers. It is maybe one of my... Now listen, it's 7 books. Whew, some of those. Whew. But overall, The Dark Tower is really special to me. I even watched the Matthew McConaughey movie. Listen, I love Idris Elba and Matthew McConaughey, but boy, nope. Not a good movie. Don't watch that movie. Wow. Don't watch that movie. But it is one of the only times where I can watch these Straw Hats do anything, and I can enjoy it because I love their dynamic. And that's why I'm kind of, when I watch the anime and stuff, I'm not that mad about the filler. Like, a lot of anime, the big, like, I have never watched the Bleach anime. I am watching the new Bleach. It's pretty good. I've never watched Naruto. I have watched Dragon Ball. But what stops me from doing that is, 1, I've read the manga, and 2, I don't care enough about those characters to go through the filler, and anime back in the day, the filler was a huge problem. Not a problem, but it was just a huge thing. And that stops me from watching a lot of anime. And what I found with kind of going through the anime of One Piece is I know I do enjoy these characters because filler doesn't bother me. It doesn't really matter what they're doing. I enjoy reading their adventures. And that goes to Oda's credit. He has taken something. And I'm not saying it is always this way. I'm not saying One Piece is perfect. I'm sorry. I'm just not. I can't say that. It's close. Oh, it's close. Like, listen, I can't say it, but I can think it. I can definitely think it. But to Oda's credit, he has taken characters that could have been cookie cutter shonen characters, you know, like, and I'm not saying anything bad about these, but the Goku, Naruto, you know, Deku, the shonen protagonist, and the shonen side characters, the Z fighters, and those manga and animes have their own peaks and valleys, good and bad. But what sets One Piece apart for me is he has taken what could be stretchy boy stretches, and you know, a swordsman and a cook and a navigator. And, you know, they're funny anamorphized? Anthropomorphized? I feel like that's... I'm trying to use big words. I shouldn't try to use big words. That's all me. But maybe you kind of understand what I'm saying. The chopper of the group. And could have coasted. And he could have coasted with those characters of characters. And especially at a certain point that One Piece has now reached this plateau of legacy. This legacy that it has. But instead, look at chapters, you know, 1,000 even. 1,000 chapters in, and he's still trying to do interesting things with these characters. And he's still trying to grow these characters. And he's still trying to tell stories that make you learn things about these characters. And I think that is so special, especially in a genre like shonen. Because I'm going to be honest with you, again, I haven't read every manga there is or watched every anime. And One Piece was definitely one of my first big series. I mean, I had read all of Bleach and most of Naruto by the time I got to One Piece. And that's why I'm okay saying this, because again, it's like my personal opinion, and people are always going to be drawn towards something different. And that's the thing. And that's why I've kind of thought about not making this video, is because I don't want it to be like, One Piece is the best. And if you don't think that, boy, you're wrong. No, that's not it either. Why I wanted to do this is, one, just to kind of talk with you guys. And like I said, I've never really sat down. It's probably been a very boring video. Most of you have probably clicked off. I'm sorry. The new review's coming. But just really wanted to sit down and just kind of make a video talking about why I have stuck with it and why I think that it holds such a special place to me. And why, you know, see behind me, I got figures, a straw hat, not a great straw hat. I got it for like $7 on Amazon. Listen, there's way better straw hats out there. I got a disc plate there. That's Brooke, Frankie, Nico, Robin. My buddy Tristan got that for me. Really great guy. But that's why I wanted to do this video. It is not to say it's the greatest thing ever or anything like that, because you are going to be drawn to certain characters and certain story beats are going to hit you differently. But it was one of the first series where I realized that the world, and that's kind of number 5, is the world building of One Piece is unmatched to me. To me, it's unmatched. I have never felt when I'm reading something that, and I've said this in a video before, I'm sure, but that the world is still going on while the Straw Hats are doing their thing. That is so unique. That it feels like the admirals are still doing stuff while we're watching the Straw Hats have an adventure on Skypiea or, you know, Wano, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, we're watching this thing happen, but the world is still doing things. And that's what I mean by world building. And on top of that, every island they go to, and you can make the argument, I think, like, logically you can make this argument that it is kind of cookie cutter, cut and paste of Straw Hats, go to island, fight big bad, get off island. If you want to boil it down, sure, but you can do that with anything. Goku wants to get stronger. Bad guy beats Goku. Goku finds new transformation. Goku beats bad guy. You get what I'm saying? Like you can boil that down to anything. A police detective, finds body, finds out who killed body. That's 50% of movies, 20% of TV shows, to be honest. So yeah, if you wanted to boil it down, maybe. But I can at least say, for me, all those islands feel unique. All the characters they meet on those islands feel unique. There are so many memorable side characters in this story that even if the very, very, very dumbed down version of the story is the same arc after arc after arc after arc, which, to be honest, I think you're missing a lot of the nuances, to be completely honest with you, and there's a lot more to that, but that's just me. Keep thinking what you're thinking, keep living your life. Thanks for hanging out and checking out the video. You know what I mean? Like, hey, that's for you, that's for you. You know what I mean? But you can't tell me the island of Thriller Bark feels the same as Walnut. The characters of Skypiea feel the same as Alabasta. You can't. There is so much nuance in the islands and the characters, and even, and again, credit to Oda, obviously, even characters that have no names, background characters. There are people that write in. This is why I love reading the manga, because he's got the little question corner. People want to know about, okay, so in this panel, there was a guy drawn this big. What's his backstory? You know what I mean? He had a cool shirt on, and I really want to know his backstory. And see, that's one of the great things about, like, the fans care that much, and also that he has put so much thought. I mean, I don't know him personally, but I imagine that he put a lot of thought into this journey of One Piece. He's had over 20 years to do it, so I'm sure he's put a lot of thought into it. Fans can write in and ask a question like that, and he probably, whether he makes it up on the spot or not, he can have an answer for it, and it makes sense. And that's because his world feels alive. And I think that's one of the biggest compliments you can give any author of anything, is that their world feels alive and breathing, and the characters that inhabit it feel like actual characters. It almost feels like you found somebody's journal and you're watching their adventure or reading their adventure. And I think that's the biggest compliment I can give One Piece too. And I think that's why, for me, regardless, when all this is said and done and I'm caught up and it's over, oh, dude, I have no... Because One Piece has been around for so long. Think about this. One Piece has been around for so long. There is going to be a day we don't have new One Piece. Hold me. We just need hugs. We need hugs. There's going to be a day. There's going to be a day. I'm sorry. There's going to be a day. I don't want it to come either, but it's going to happen. Sooner rather than later, probably. But I don't know. I feel like this video is me rambling. I might not even put it out. I don't know. Maybe I can edit it together to be somewhat entertaining. I just really want to sit down because I have been thinking a lot about One Piece recently, especially, reading chapter 1000 and actually getting to the end of my physical volumes. And I just really wanted, kind of for me, and hopefully you guys found it interesting too, but to document my feelings on One Piece right now. Like right this very moment, because it's been on my mind a lot lately of, I never thought, truthfully, I never thought there would be a day where I would be caught up with One Piece. And now that day is ever looming, I'm scared. Going week to week terrifies me. A little sad, but really excited to be now part of the conversation. Well, soon, not right this second. Don't spoil stuff in the comments, please. We've done so well. We've done so well not spoiling stuff. I am so proud of each and every one of you guys. Oh, you're the best. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video and it was somewhat entertaining and it wasn't just a guy sitting here in a chair rambling into a microphone about a series that honestly I love. And I've never experienced a series like this. So yeah, hopefully it wasn't just me rambling. Hopefully I made sense and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Because that's my number one reason. I really hope that you guys are enjoying my journey through One Piece. But I also hope if you're having a bad day, it gets better. If you're having a good day, I hope it becomes fantastic. I'll see you next time.